Hello, all my friends. Today is vlog number 14. It is December 11th, 2017. And I'm here to talk about different things with you. What have I been doing? I am still working on my project list, the challenge I was given. Uh, I don't have it all, I don't have it decorated or anything. This is the notebook. I prefer to have it white, but this is what I have on hand, and I can't see going out and buying another notebook. But I have been trying to get everything done. Now, out of the 10 for the month of December, I thought I had them almost done, but it turns out I don't. I was getting December and January mixed up. So, out of the 10 I need to do, I have 8 of them totally done. One of them, which happens to be these little dudes, they're called the Christmas teddy bears. They're ornaments. I just finished getting them all sewn up and their arms and legs put on and everything. These things are hard because I thought I could sew them up on my sewing machine. The things are so small, I couldn't sew them up by my machine. So I had to, here's a little red one. So I had to do these all by hand. So yeah, all of this is stitched by hand. And so I had to get them all done by hand. So the only thing I have left to do is I have to get the small white or red ribbon and make their little bow around their neck and then sew a little tiny loop in the back of their head to hang them up with. And then the other ones are the ABC blocks that I've been painting. Yeah, trying to put those ice screws in is really hard. But I'm getting there. Another thing, one of the things that was on the list, and they're done, but I'm still having to figure out how to display them, are my little candlestick angels. I have the other 4 drying away from the cats. I had to go get new stuff to make their eyes and mouth because I don't know if you can tell, the stuff I was using, I don't trust it to come out without squirting all over the place. So I had to go buy new. So yeah. Then what else have I been doing? I got an early Christmas present. One of the ladies here that lives here, she got me a recliner, an actual working recliner. Now, granted, the thing is huge. I can sit in it, and my granddaughter can sit in it right next to me. That's how big it is. What it is that this guy bought the chair for his mother. Apparently, his mother was a very humongous woman. But he bought the chair for her so that she could raise her, keep her legs up and enjoy watching TV at night and all that. Well, about 6 or 7 months after he bought the chair, she passed away. Now, the only damage to the chair is on the corner of the foot thingy that comes up. I guess she had a dog that chewed on the corner of it. That I can deal with. That doesn't bother me. So anyway, they were giving it away, and she called them. Between her and this other lady, that the hairdresser here, with their conniving and their scheming, they got the chair here, and she gave it to me. Like I said, the chair is huge, but it's comfortable. And now I can keep my legs up during the day when I'm sewing or crocheting or stitching or something like that. So it's nice. The swelling in my leg has gone down a lot since I'm able to keep my feet up all day long now. Well, the only time they're not up now is when I'm in my bedroom, my craft room, painting, because there's no way to sit and paint with my leg up. But it's getting a lot better. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness, I am in big trouble. Yeah, got my tree up. I got the lights on it, got the garland on it. Hopefully this Wednesday I will have the last of all the ornaments made, because tomorrow is Tuesday. So what I don't have made isn't going on the tree. I mean, whatever I have made is what's going to go on the tree. So, yeah, so Wednesday I am going to finally put all the decorations on the tree. The only thing I can't finish, and it's part of January's list, is the angel tree topper, which is done out of plastic canvas. I cannot get that made in time. The pattern is on my computer here. I went to go try and get it printed, but they wouldn't print it because, oh, this is copyright. And I said, but I'm only printing a copy because I need to mark off what I've done. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We're not allowed to print it. But I can put it in a PDF file on a flash drive and print it out myself. So that's what I'm still going to do that. I have about 2 or 3 things that are plastic canvas patterns that I want to make. It's like my PC Angel tree topper. Let's see, I have another thing. It's a wall hanging. I can't think of it right now. I have one of the things I want to make is a Santa Claus picture. It's a Santa Claus with his bag. That's done in plastic canvas. So I need to go get those printed. And then I'll, make them. But the angel tree topper is actually a project to be done, for January. So even if I can't get it made in time to put on my tree, I'll have it done in time to finish January's list. Same thing with the Santa and his bag. It's February. And I'll have it done by, February. So that come March 1st, well, actually, even before March 1st, I'll probably get done. If I can keep up with what I'm doing, I will be getting I'll be getting that Wii around February 15th. And then I can start playing games once in a while. I'll still get my stuff done, but now I can play games in the middle of when I want to play games and all that. Yeah, she was telling me that she was pricing Nintendo Switches and how much they were and everything. And I'm like, well, I said I'll get the projects done, by December 1st, that I have to get done by December 1st. And I said, then you'll have enough time to, for the money. And she goes, oh, don't worry, Mom, you'll get it if you get it done. She goes, but you have to get it done. Oh, there's no problem. I will get it done. And I told my caregiver we are going after the holidays and we get all the Christmas stuff done, packed away and everything. We are going to finish, I'm going to finish making the list of all the projects that I have in the closet, that I have marked another list and everything, get them all together, write them all down in one space so that I can start marking them off what I want to do each month and everything. So this way I don't want to be thinking, well, what do I have left to do and all that. I'll get them done. I'll have to get them done. So anyway, and yesterday was my youngest granddaughter's birthday. She turned 7. Now this is the granddaughter that we found out that she is high functioning, mildly autistic. And poor thing has been having some problems. But my daughter has been finding out a few of her triggers, even though they're not at the house, at school, but she's finding out some of the triggers. She said that this morning she was talking to her. Now she can't ride the bus. So every time she gets on the bus, she's having problems. So they're finding out she was having, with school and everything. So they were finding out, she was, asking her, what is it that when you guys are told to sit on the carpet, what is it that's bothering you? And she goes, everybody talks and laughs all the time, and they're too loud. And she goes, so all that noise bothers you? And she goes, uh-huh. And she goes, well, what is it about the bus that bothers you? And she goes, everybody talks too loud. Well, she's finding out when she got in trouble in the auditorium when they were doing assembly. Everybody was talking around her. Everybody was talking. She wanted to sit with these girls. She said her friends, and they wouldn't let her sit there because they were trying to separate these other girls from each other. And it turns out they think Erin wanted to sit by these two girls to help her cope with the noise. Now, somebody came up with a suggestion. I need to talk to my daughter about it. I'll talk to her in the morning about it. They said, what about getting her an MP3 player and maybe putting like a book or some music, something that she might want to listen to, that she can put the earphones on and use them on the bus. And if she needs to have them on when the teacher says, okay, get on the carpet, she can put them on and turn it on. So, or, something, or even put earplugs in while she has to get on the carpet. And then the teacher can, make a signal or something for her to take them out, and she can, and that way she's like, okay, and everybody's got to be quiet and it won't bother her. It's something I want to talk to my daughter about, but I mean, it's good ideas, but we're finding out noise is her big trigger. And one of the reasons my daughter thought about this is, like I said, yesterday was her birthday. And she did not want to have a party with everything going on. My daughter has been so stressed out. She is just on nerves. In fact, she even told me Saturday morning that she says, Mom, there are two reasons why I really don't want to come and get you. One, we don't have the gas. I understand that. And two, she says, me and Jason are really not up to people here at the house. We just can't handle it right now. And we don't know what would happen with Erin. I said, Raina, I understand. It's okay. But then I get a call Sunday morning from her. And it was like about 10 minutes after 6 or so. And I'm like, oh, God, did something happen? When I saw who was on the phone. And she goes, has Crystal called you? No. And she goes, well, Crystal's going to come and get you and bring you here. And then she'll take you home. Okay, I thought you weren't going to have it again. And she goes, well, my mind got changed for me by my in-laws. Oh, okay. All right, then I'll see you later today. So, yeah, Crystal came and got me. We went to Walmart because she wanted to pick up something for Erin for her, for a present. We ended up getting her some Hatchimal bath bombs. She can't wait to take a bath to use them. And I ended up getting her a Hatchimal memory game. And what else was it? Crystal got her several Hatchimal and not My Little Pony. I can't think of it. The little characters, I can't remember what they're called right now. But anyway, she got her, different things like that. And, we, got them in gift bags and all that. But, so when we get there, we're the first ones there. Well, it turns out that my daughter, Crystal, ended up having to come back up here for work earlier than planned. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess we can't stay for, everybody else, and all that. And she comes over and she goes, Mom, do you have any money? And I go, I got some. And she goes, do you have like $4 or $5? And I go, yeah. And she goes, well, if you can give that to Raina, she goes, she can take you home later today. Okay. And Raina said, that's fine. So I gave Raina money to bring me home yesterday. And, yeah. Let's see. There was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 adults. And besides my 3 grandchildren, 3 other kids plus a baby. Now I know why Raina did not want to have the gathering. a lot of noise. And it was a lot of noise. But we noticed, unless they were singing happy birthday to her and having, and having cake and ice cream. Well, she was sitting at the table with the other kids having cake and ice cream. As soon as she was done eating, she went upstairs. Uh, and then when she was opening presents, um, she's, everything, she was dealing fine with everything, opening her presents, and she got her Hatchimal. She ended up getting twins and hatching them and everything. Oh yeah, God, that's a whole nother issue. That was hilarious. But we noticed that when it wasn't, something for, to do with her birthday, she disappeared. She'd be up in her room. Or she was playing hide and seek, but most of the time she was staying upstairs away from the noise. And that's what Raina thinking. Her biggest trigger is noise. So I think we might be onto something to help Erin out. I mean, granted, there's a couple other things we notice that are triggers, but we have to kind of pinpoint them down about what it is. But she was able to go back to school today, which was good. And Raina talked to the teacher about it. But she calls me up later today, and she tells me, she goes, I got the strangest phone call, Mom. About what? And she says, they said this is something transportation for the school system. And we need to let you know that your son, Aaron Flynn, we're writing up a citation to him. And if he gets another citation this year, he will not be able to ride the bus anymore. And my daughter says, well, that's fine, except for one thing. I don't have a son. And they're like, oh, well, I just saw the name Aaron, heard the name was Aaron, so I automatically thought it was a boy. And she goes, well, you shouldn't assume anything. And two, she goes, my daughter, Erin, is high-functioning, mildly autistic. She does not have behavioral issues. She has issues because of her autism. And she says, we have talked to the bus driver about this. We have talked to the school about this, and we're trying to get things worked out to help her deal with her problems. And he's like, oh, click, no goodbye, sorry, or anything like that. When she was telling me this, I'm like, that is rude. I mean, that is just wrong. Yeah, well, Erin will not be riding the bus anymore. Raina decided that right now she just cannot handle riding the bus. So until further notice, Raina, bless her heart, she has to take the girls to school. Then when the girls get out of school at 3:20, she has to go pick them up. So, yeah. It's a little bit of a strain. She's she's having problems with the whole thing and all that, but she goes, right now, she'll do what she has to do cannot get over how dirty my glasses get in just a couple of hours. It's really bad. But she is, if they can figure out the triggers and how to help avoid them and how to help her, she will, she'll be doing fine. I've talked to other friends who've had autistic children or autistic grandchildren. They said once they find the triggers, once they find out what needs to be done, she said, they do great. One of my friends says she has a high-functioning granddaughter who's autistic. And she said it took 2 years of intense one-on-one and watching everything and doing things and help to find the triggers and to help her. Now, this young lady who is now 21 years of age, she cannot work around a lot of people. She can't deal with crowds. She says when people start getting close to her, it's too much for her. No matter how much she's tried and tried, she cannot deal with a lot of people around her. She also, it turns out, there's a color, and I forget what color it is, she has problems with. Every time she comes up to it, it's like a trigger, and it gives her heebie-jeebies, and she has to get around it somehow. So she says she's learning. She right now she's going to college online. She's taking a lot of her classes online because she cannot deal with going into a classroom with all those kids in there or all those students in there. She has 2 classes she has to go on site for, but she says the teachers, they understand that she cannot be around, so she sits way in the back by her, with one other student. Um, she's a straight A student. I mean, she carries a 4.25 grade point average. How that is, I don't know. All I know is that she's smart as a whip, and she's doing great. And the kind of job that she's looking at, she can probably do at home online, that way, and do whatever it is she wants to do. But she's doing good. So I hear that, and I'm like, there's hope for my granddaughter yet. So yeah. I have to laugh because Crystal Arena told everybody, well, be there by 3 o'clock. We'll start this around 3 o'clock. Yeah, that brings me up to my pet peeve, what's pissing me off. I hate tardiness. I hate people who are continuously late. My father raised me to be 15 minutes early than 1 minute late. I'm sorry, you're late, you disturb everybody. I mean, when I was going to school, I cannot tell you how many times we'd be sitting there and somebody would be walking in 2 or 3 minutes late after class starts, and he has to kind of wait until they come in and sit down and all that, and that was irritating. If you're late to work, you get docked, and if you're late too much, you're going to lose your job. My father, God rest his soul, he worked for the same company for 39 and a half years. I watched that man go to work sometimes with a temperature of 101, 102, because he did not want to not go to work and not have the money in case there was something that one of us needed. He wanted to make sure he always had the money to take care of his family. But in that 39 and a half years, he was late 1 time, and it even wasn't his fault. He worked nights. He was a truck driver for Safeway, and he got up this one night. He had to be at work at 3 o'clock in the morning. So he got up at his normal time. He got up at 1 o'clock and got dressed and did all he did in the morning. And just before he left, he got a phone call. And they were telling him instead of going to his normal place to go pick up the truck and do his route, he had to go someplace else. And he needed to be there no later than 3:30. So my dad looked at his watch, saw that he still had plenty of time. So he left to get there. On the way to there, he got caught in a traffic jam from a 7 multi-car collision. My dad tried everything to get off that highway, to get on surface streets and drive that way. And he just could not get off. My dad will not force his way. He used to drive hoping people would be courteous enough. Oh, I need to get off over here. I need to get, But, yeah, he was 3 minutes late. And my dad's, to him, it was just devastating for him to be that late. And they said, Smitty, it's okay. We knew that there was, we heard there was a traffic accident. We figured, he might have been caught in it. Yeah, but he says, I should have been able to get off that freeway and get over here through Surface Street. Okay, well, it's okay, Smitty. Don't worry about it. But that's the only time he was ever late. 39 and a half years. And he has never, except for that one time, been late. We were never late to church. We were never, we never were late to school. Never late for anything that we were invited to. That's just the way we were. I raised my kids that way. I said something to my oldest daughter one time about something, And she says, I hate late. She doesn't have to be at work until about 10 o'clock, and she gets there around 9:30 so that she has plenty of time to have a cigarette, have a cup of coffee, kind of get settled into the thing and be ready so that she can do whatever it is they do to switch shifts. But and she goes, it really irritates her for the morning crew because she works 10 to 6. They get there, and at 6 o'clock, they're still having their coffee and their cigarettes and all that and everything. And she says, come on, people, I have to be at work at such time, and I'm not going to get there in time if you guys don't get in here and start your job on time. And the thing is, they're clocked in, but they're not doing their job. So, yeah, I hate people who are tardy. My caregiver, she works for me from 9 to 11:30, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Tuesdays, she works 9 to 1 o'clock because Tuesdays is the day we go grocery shopping and the shopping I have to do. Then after me, she has a half an hour between me and another lady here that she goes and takes care of. I don't know if she's late coming there for, if she doesn't get there on time. All I know is that she asked me for today if she could come in, switch times with me and the lady here, because the lady had to go to the doctor's today. She fell and broke her leg, and she was supposed to go to the doctor's to have her leg checked out to see how she's doing. Her appointment was at 9:45. It's here in town. In fact, it's not that far away. It's only maybe 4 blocks from where we live. She told the caregiver to be there by 9 o'clock. Well, apparently, now I'm going by what my caregiver said. I have not had a chance to talk to my friend yet. Apparently, she didn't get there until about 9:15 or so, which is normal for her. I mean, she's supposed to be here at 9, and I don't think she's ever been here by 9. I think, let's see, the earliest she's ever been here is 5 minutes after 9. There's been a few times she's not been here until like 9:30. And it is getting a little irritating. I mean, I can deal with it. Like I said, I hate late. I hate people that are late. I hate things that are late. The only people who have the right to be late are babies who are not born yet. They have their own time schedule. So if they're supposed to be here on January 1st and they don't want to be here until January 2nd, that's their right. They can be as late as they want. Other than that, nobody has the right to be late. If they're supposed to be somewhere at this time, that's when they should be there. But like I said, she wasn't there on time. Apparently, my friend's appointment's not until next Monday, but she told the caregiver she didn't need her today. And then she got a phone call. She asked me, she says, well, I didn't need to take Dee to the doctor. She says, but I need to go pay my orthodontist. She said, would you mind if I went and did this, and I'll be there by 11:30. Well, I figured she wasn't going to be here anyway until 11:30. I said, yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm fine. As long as we get this work done. Oh yeah. And she goes, I'll stay a little later, because I don't have to be at my other job until 5, and this way we can get it all done. Okay, great. Yeah. She didn't get here until about 10 minutes after 12, 15 after 12. She did text me at 11:30, said, well, I'm finally done. I'm on my way. And like I said, she got here about 10 minutes after 12. But she says she got a phone call, and now after she comes to work for me tomorrow, she has to go to the office and go talk to them. Now, I found out from her that she may get wrote up. This will be her second written up notice. I'm sorry. I don't have sympathy. I don't have sympathy. because she's habitually late for me. I think she's late even though she has a half an hour between me and my friend. She still can't seem to get to her on time. Uh, I know I had another caregiver that was the same way, and that one, I kept telling her, I said, you're supposed to be here by 10. I need you here by 10. Because I knew that because I had her from, back then, the agency I had, you had to be there 3 hours. I hated that. Anyway, so it meant that she was there from 10 to 1. And she had to leave at 1 in order to get to her next job, because she had to be there by 2, and her other job was up in Idaho City. And she could never get there on time. She was always, I would say, out of the 3 days I had her, she was late 2 of them. I've had people telling me, oh, so and so got fired. They haven't been on time. When I was working, oh my God, the people who would, we had to be on the phone by 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, depending on when your shift started. Me, it was 7 o'clock. My shift started at 7. And so at 7 o'clock, when there was a timer thingy on our computer, so when mine hit 7, I was on the phone. That's just, that's the way it was. And I can't tell you how many times or how many people would wait until like 1 minute after. They were like, oh, we're still getting, this or that, And I'm just like, well, get it done. Get on the phone. We'd look up there in the queue. It'd say it's, we got 28 in the queue and we have 50 people on the floor. But yet we couldn't seem to get the 28 off the queue by the time 7 or 8 o'clock rolled around. Just did not make sense. So, yeah, so when it comes to tardiness or people who are habitually late, I have no sympathy for them. The only thing I have to say to them is start being on time. Find out why you're late, fix it, and start getting on time. Because this tardiness is stupid. There's no reason for it. I have gotten up half an hour. Oh, that was the other. I used to tell my medical ride, if my appointment was at 11, I told them it was at 10:30, because they had a bad habit. I will never forget. I had an appointment at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I told them I've got to be there by 1 because I have to check in, and I have to be there by 12:45 to check in, and then walk down and go get the paperwork and walk down to go start the process because I was having tests done. The guy did not show up until 11:40, and I had 5 minutes to be there, and it takes 20 to get there. And I said, you were supposed to be here 20 minutes ago or so. No, we can be here anytime between then. And I go, but I'm supposed to be there at 12:45. And he just, well, the paperwork here says your appointment's not until 1. I go, no, my check-in has to be at 12:45. Well, needless to say, when I got there, I didn't get to have the test that day because it wouldn't get done in time for me to go see. Irritating. So I learned to tell them my appointments were half an hour or 45 minutes earlier than what they were, so I would be there on time. So yeah, I will do whatever I have to be on time. I will, like I said, if I have to leave this house 2 hours early to walk across the street to be there on time, I will do it. I can't stand being late. I can't. I can't stand people who are not on time. Granted, I have put up with my caregiver being late every day, but I figure, okay, I'm not going to complain. She does the work. She gets done. She's good, except for this. And there's a couple things that she does that I've learned to kind of not be so uptight about. but like I said, when it comes to the tardiness, it does. So she doesn't understand why she's going to get rolled up tomorrow. She doesn't understand it, but she's got to learn. So enough on that. Let's see. What am I planning to do? I'm still working. Like I said, I'm still working on my projects. Uh, Wednesday, as I said, I'm going to finish decorating the tree, and then I will get. That will be it. Whatever doesn't get done by Wednesday, that's it. Let's see. What else? There was something else. I cannot remember. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, my memory is another pet peeve that really irritates me that I can't remember all the time what I need to remember. But it happens. Whoa. Okay. You sit here. One of my little gems on my nails came off. I mean, they need to come off. I'm going to have my nails redone Wednesday. But that's weird. But anyway, yeah. Baby girl, in case you remember, baby girl is doing is doing really good. She's actually letting my caregiver pick her up she'll let her hold her for about 15, 20 seconds. And she sits there and she lets her scratch her neck for a little bit, and then she goes, okay, now I want down, which is kind of funny, but she doesn't let anybody, she's finally letting me hold her for like a minute, minute and a half. But other people, she's getting to the point, she doesn't like anybody else holding her. She's very, very timid about that, which I think is kind of funny. But she is getting better about that. Her ear will always be deformed. There is nothing we can do about it. It will always be deformed. But she's still my baby girl. She looks funny, but she's still my baby girl. I have been pretty good staying on my diet, or the way I eat. I eat a lot of vegetables. Oh my gosh. In fact, when I went to the store last week, I decided instead of coming in and sitting down, I went right into the kitchen, grabbed all the peppers and the vegetables, and started dicing them up. Got them all diced up and mixed up and everything. And got them everything cut up and everything, and got them into the refrigerator. And I thought, well, I'm going to do that again this week. So I'm going to the store tomorrow. And again, I'll pick up peppers. I don't think I need celery, and I don't need olives, but I need mushrooms. Let's see, peppers, mushrooms. I'll probably need an onion. Let's see, bread, milk, butter. Anyway, come home and start dicing everything up. Get it put away so that I have it. I've gotten to where that's about what I eat. And I need more of those hard shell flat tortillas, but that's a given also. Every week I buy 1 or 2 of those bags. But I'm finding out it's, when I have the food ready already, and I can either put it in the microwave or just heat it up, that's all I want. It's easier on me. So my caregiver and I were thinking of other things that we might be able to make, that all I have to do, she can make like on a Wednesday, come in, first thing she does is start the food, put it in the oven, go do the rest of the work that needs to be done. Then when the food is done, let it cool off a bit and then put it in containers, so that all I have to do is take it out and put it in the oven, which is exactly what I need. So, we're gonna, that's something we're gonna figure out for next, starting next month. Right now, I don't want to really think about that because I have other things I have on my mind, and I'm making Christmas Eve dinner for me and my family. So yeah, we're having a taco bar. I can't wait. Something different. Turns out I've been telling people I'm doing a taco bar for Christmas Eve dinner, And other people are gone on the bandwagon of something different. Um, my caregiver, they decided to have a taco bar for Christmas Eve dinner. One of the ladies, one of the other people here, she was telling her family what I'm doing, and they're like, "Well, instead of tacos, why don't we do a salad bar?" So now they're having salad for Christmas Eve dinner. Uh, Another lady that somebody that I talked to, and my daughter's friend, they're doing a baked potato bar. Yeah, they're not doing the whole traditional dinners like they always do. One lady says we're having lasagna. She says we're gonna have lasagna and salad. She says I'm tired of we've had turkey for Thanksgiving. She goes, in fact, we had turkey and ham both. She goes, I don't want to cook another one. Okay, that sounds great. So now if they have turkey um on sale again, I may pick up a turkey and come home and thaw it out and then cook it so that I can shred it up. And that meat will go in the freezer, because turkey and chicken are the two meats that I eat a lot of. Everything else I don't eat too much of. So, uh, but yeah, I went to go get on the scales and I can't weigh myself because my batteries have died. So yeah, so I have to get batteries too, which is okay. As long as I get the batteries before the 1st of January, because I think that's what I'm going to do is I am going to make a chart, and on the 1st of January, I will find out how much I weigh, and then every week weigh myself and keep a little chart and see how I'm doing and where I'm at. And I'll see, because I've got to get this weight off. I have to. Part of the reason why my legs gotten so swollen is my weight. And I am tired of being in pain all the time. So, one way or the other, things have got to change for me for the better. And I'm going to do it. And it's me who has to do it, period. So, next week, like I said, because I have to have I will be done with the month of December's projects by Wednesday. Because like I said, everything that was in the month of December was ornaments. So all of that will be done by Wednesday. And I'll be working on January. And then I'll keep you up to date how I'm doing. I'll let you see all that I'm doing. Like I said, I got all of these made. And, here's the others. I made these. What I did with these, I made 6 that are green with white trim, which are these. Then I made 6 that are red with white trim. See? And then I made 12 that are white, but 6 of them have green trim and 6 of them have red trim. So there are 24 of them in all. Well, I wanted to get little green and red bells and use them, but Dollar Tree didn't have any more of the small green and red bells. So I bought silver and gold bells, and whatever bell came out of the bag when I was making these, that's what's in. So some have gold, some have silver throughout all 24 of them. But yeah, I got those done. And I only made one of these because that's all the disc I have. This was not on my projects. I had already had this part, the round part, done. So all I needed to do was to work on this part. But yeah, so I'm almost done with the clothespin snowflakes. Those are on January's list. I'm almost done with my little ceramic ornaments. I only had to paint 10 because that's one project. That's what me and Peggy agreed on, was 10 of those was one project, because they are small and it's something that I could make one every day. I could paint one every day and be done in that month. So I said, okay, that works for me, and I can do that. Now, when it comes to the figures, I know you can't see them, and I can't turn my computer around for you to see. It's one figure a month. Even if there's a set of two, three, or four, it's one figure a month, except for when it comes to the three different sets, the two sets of ghosts. They are so non-detailed. I mean, they have some details, but not like the other stuff. That I could do all three bowler hat ghosts in a month. And I can do all 5 hand-to-hand ghosts in a month. There's very little detail on them that can't be done, for them. So other than those, everything else is one figurine a month because they are so detail oriented, and I prefer them to look the way they're supposed to and not try and rush them. So I am, I'm excited about getting these done. I'm excited about getting all these projects done. I know that my oldest daughter goes, well, when you get them done, where are you going to put everything? I go, well, when it comes to ceramics, a lot of them are Christmas or they're Halloween or they're Easter. There's even a few that are Thanksgiving. I said, so those will only be out for the season. The rest that are like my dragons and my fairies and unicorns and Pegasus, I plan on getting an enclosed curio cabinet and putting them in there. But when the holidays roll around, I will take them out. I will pack them up and put the holiday ones out. Halloween at Halloween time, the Thanksgiving ones at Thanksgiving, and Christmas at Christmas time. So, I did not realize until at Easter, I won't put the fairies and all that up at Easter time, but I can put the Easter stuff around, around them. But I was sitting here the other day looking. I've got some Indian, what they call the first pilgrims, and then I got first settlers, and then I have a Thanksgiving sign, and then I have two other. I have quite a bit of Thanksgiving figurines. I didn't realize I had. I mean, I knew I had, but you know what I mean. I didn't realize how many I had. So, yeah, the thing that's going to take, I have one figurine. It's going to take me the whole month. It's called the Three Witches. This sucker is about yay tall. It's almost a foot tall and about 10 inches. Well, maybe almost a foot wide too. It's these three witches in a bath or a cauldron. They're in a cauldron and they're either taking a bath or soup. I can't remember what, but it's huge. And once you get past the cauldron, it's a lot of detail. So it's going to take time, but it's going to be fun. I know I said last week I was going to put up some video of different things I've been doing, and I have been trying. My problem is my camera. I'm using a camera, and I have to get the thing out to download it in my computer. And it's like every time I think about doing that, I think about it when I'm going to bed, or I think about it when I'm getting ready to leave. So my oldest daughter says, well, Mom, put the thing in your computer, download it, and close it. You don't need to do anything else then. Then the next day, get up, get on your computer, and do what you have to do. Because it's little tidbits. Each one's like maybe 2 or 3 minutes long. I'm hoping this program I've downloaded will work in trying to splice the ones that need to be together. We'll see. But she did. So that's, while I'm sitting here talking to you, I have moved the files from that SD card onto my computer. So now it's a matter of getting them onto YouTube, or first getting them fixed. I'm going to try that program after I come home tomorrow and get the stuff cut up and put away. after that, I will sit down and see if that program will work. Keep your fingers crossed that it will, because I would really like for you guys to see all that I have been doing during the week. Um, One of the things other that my daughter also says, she goes, you need to start doing tutorials, Mom. She says, your YouTube channel is getting kind of boring. Okay. I have to get back to doing tutorials. So I think one of the things I want to do is that I have a plastic canvas project that I have got to get started. And she goes, Mom, even if you show how to do plastic canvas and do a piece of it each, every few days, even that would be fine. And she's right. She says, once I find a program that works, she says, then I can, say, okay, I'll be back after I get this piece finished and splice it with the rest of it. So we'll see how it goes. Well, I think I've talked enough and rambled enough and all that. It's already been 50 minutes. Well, actually 51 minutes. So I'm going to leave you here. And like I said, I will try and get this video, spliced together and everything. If not, there's going to be a whole bunch of little teeny tiny videos in a certain, in order for you to see if I can't get this program to work. So be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Treat others as you want others to treat you. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, please hit the like button and share. And leave me a comment and hit the thumbs up button or hit the thumbs down and let me know what I can do to make this more interesting. But, let me know what's going on, how I can do this better. And also when it comes to my other videos, what is it you would like, because I am a crafter and I am trying to figure out a way to do because like I said, my camera I've finally gotten where it only records about 15 minutes at a time. So let me know what you might want to see me work on, and I will put that within the project, because believe me, except for knitting, I have all kinds of projects I need to get done. So see you all next week, if not before. Have a great week. And as I said, be good to yourselves and be good to one another. Bye-bye.